Hey, what's happening? Today we are going to be checking out the brand new Rocksack from LiteAF. We're also going to learn how to tie a clove hitch, and we're going to learn how to do the PCT hang, which is a much better way to get your food up in the trees and protect it from animals. Now, when I shot this video, it just happened to be the day of the cicadas. They're super loud in the beginning of the video, but I promise after 30 seconds to a minute, they get quiet and you're all good from there on. Now, if you want to skip ahead to the clove hitch, or you want to jump past the PCT hang, or you just want to see what it's all about with the Rocksack, everything has a timestamp and it is in the comments below, so feel free to check that out. All right, let's get to it. Alright, so just as a disclaimer, I do want to say that I did not pay for this Rocksack. Chris sent it over to me to test out and to see some of the things that they've changed and some improvements to their Rocksack kit. Kit itself, or the Rocksack itself I should say, is made out of Dyneema fabric, which is virtually waterproof, super sturdy. And believe it or not, even though you are going to place rocks in this thing, you're going to throw it in the air and it's going to bounce off the ground numerous times. This stuff is super durable. The Rocksack that I have is also made out of Dyneema, and it's holding up extremely well. So no issues with durability. They have used Zingit cord, which is super smooth, also very strong, made with Dyneema. That's what's going to close this little bag up. It's got a small toggle here. Easy to cinch up around your rock. It also comes with a small carabiner, which is pretty cool, and 50 feet of Dyneema Zingit line. This is a great thing to do, this color, that way you can see it. It's much more visible, and this line is extremely slick. I mean, when you run your fingers on it, you can feel exactly how smooth it is, which is great because that means when you're throwing it up into a tree, you're going over limbs, it's going to have less chance of getting snagged on things. If it falls down in a pile on the ground and ends up in kind of a rat's nest, it's much easier to get that untangled, which is really cool. I think Chris and Lori, they listen to everyone and they think about exactly how they're making their gear, and being that they're hikers themselves and they're putting these things in trees and they see how certain things work and don't work, it's great that they take the time and think about all these little added features that really are the things that are going to set this apart from other Rocksacks. So one thing that they've done is they've incorporated this brand new simple stick, and the simple stick is nothing more than a small piece of carbon fiber. But the way this is used to lock in your clove hitch, that way it's really quick, it's really easy. I think this thing weighs 0.05 ounces. This is like nothing. So you've always got this in your kit, easy to tie your clove hitch. Now the other thing about a clove hitch is a lot of people forget how to tie knots. So what they've done is they have actually included on the bag a drawing of a clove hitch. So it's almost like it comes with directions that you can't lose because it's on the bag. And that is really smart, I think. So this kit with everything included weighs 1.3 ounces, which is super light. And it also is part of the bear bagging or food bag kit that LiteAF does sell. You can get this by itself, or you can get it with the full kit for $50, I believe, on their website. I'll put all those links and everything will be in the description below the video. Now this is their bear bag, just to show this real quick before we put it up in a tree. Now, something that they did do differently with their food bags, their bear bags, is that it does have a flat bottom. It's a really cool thing to do with your food bag, and the reason it's cool is because when you set it down, it's not going to fall over, which means you can get into it easier, you can dig around in it, you can also set it on the ground as a windscreen. It really adds some versatility to the bag. The other thing on top got a loop here, and that's what we're going to attach our carabiner to and run our lines up and over a limb in the tree, and then we're going to hoist it up. So let's go ahead and get this thing set up, and I'll show you how to put it up in a tree. We're going to do the PCT hang, and I'll show you the clove hitch. We're going to hit this big guy up here, probably about, I don't know, I'm guessing that's about 35 feet off the ground, which is pretty good height for the PCT hang. You're going to need it to be a little bit higher than if you were just going to tie off to a tree, because you actually have to pull the bag up, and then it's going to come down to meet that simple stick and clove hitch, and then it'll just hang and all the cord will be below it. So let's see if we can make this happen. Rather than throwing underhanded like I see a lot of people throw, I kind of like to do more like a hook shot. So what I do is I pull out a good amount of line that I know I'm not going to be snagging on anything, look on the ground, make sure I got plenty of loose lines. When I throw, it can trail up behind the rucksack, and then I just go for it. First thing we're going to do, we're going to attach the carabiner to the sewn in loop on the handle. Got that. That is going to support the weight of the food bag. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fill your rucksack with rocks. Now, if you cannot find rocks for the rucksack, don't think that you can't put other items in here. I have used sand, I've used sticks, I've used green pine cones, work pretty good. They're nice and heavy and dense. But the idea is just to get something inside of here with some weight. So now that we have our rucksack filled up with rocks, we're going to attach it to the end of our line so that we can throw it up over the limbs. Now, you do have a carabiner, and you could use it to attach it to the rucksack, but in my personal opinion, I don't like to do that because that just adds another thing that can possibly get snagged in the tree. So I don't recommend that you use the carabiner to attach your line to the rucksack. Take the loop that's attached to the rucksack, run it through the loop that's already tied on the end of your cord, and put the loop around the rucksack, and you are good to go. All right, so let's get this up over the limb, and we'll do the clove hitch. Here we go, first attempt. Boom. Okay, so you can see the rucksack is over that limb. You can pull it up. To take the rucksack off, all we need to do is pass it back through the loop and disconnect it from our line. So now that the line is over the tree, I can easily raise or lower my food bag. Then you want to take your line, put it through the carabiner so you have one attached, one running through. You can still raise and lower the bag. And then you just want to raise the bag. You're going to raise it all the way up until it's almost touching the limb. And then we're going to tie our clove hitch. Here we go. You're just going to make one loop, just like that. Then you're going to hold on with your thumb, and then you're going to make a loop. Just like this. You're going to twist it, pass that loop around your simple stick, and then you're going to pull. And that is going to give you your clove hitch. Let's do it one more time. Take it out, gone. And put it in the middle. You're going to do one wrap. Then hold it with your thumb. You're going to make a loop. just like this. You're going to pass that loop over, and you're going to pull, and that is going to give you your clove hitch. Voila! And that will run up, hit the carabiner, and keep your food bag suspended in the air. Then when you're done, just pull it out. Knot's gone. You're on your way. There we go. You can see the limb is up there. Bag suspended in the middle. Still got plenty of distance to the ground. Alright, so I hope that was helpful. I hope you learned how to do the PCT hang, learned how to do the clove hitch, and maybe you want to check out LiteAF's Rocksack. If you do, all of that is in the comment section. There's links to LiteAF. I highly suggest you check out their food bag and the Rocksack. They both work great. They also make really great lightweight gear as far as backpacks, stuff sacks, all of that stuff. So all of that's in the comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. You know, I'm kind of curious. Why don't you guys drop some information in the comments about your situation with food bags. How do you hang your food? Do you hang your food? If you've got any funny stories about animals, you know, getting into your food bags. I know one time I had a flying squirrel that got into my food, and that was pretty cool, sort of, kind of crazy. But you know, let me know in the comments. Maybe everybody will enjoy reading those stories.